Today on Christina Makes Things, we are doing something a little bit different, something I haven't tried before, and we're gonna try it out together. We are going to be trying some wax melting seals. I've seen this all over TikTok and Instagram, and I thought it'd be a fun one to try. I got a whole bunch of supplies. I'm going to walk you through this, and then we're going to try it out together. For this craft, I ended up purchasing a starter kit. Now, I found mine on Temu, but you can also find them on Amazon. I'll try to include links in the description box so you can go and check it out too. My kit came with a melting wax stove. This is where you're to put your melting spoon on top and your candle underneath. I had to provide my own tea light candle. It also came with the melting spoon, a stir stick, a little silicone spatula, and a silicone pad to make the wax seals on. I also had a set of tweezers and 2 handles and a few stamps to go along with it. If you'd like to color your stamps afterwards, they gave me some pens to do that, 1 silver and 1 gold. You can also buy individual stamps and find one that you particularly like. This kit did come with a box filled with melting wax in all sorts of different colors, which is one of the reasons why I chose it. But you can also buy individual wax packets. I found this one on Temu. It had a whole bunch of different pastel colors, and I found these translucent wax melts as well. This is purple and blue. Setting up was fairly easy. I just attached the handles to the stamps. These are interchangeable, so you can just screw them on and off depending on which stamp you want to use. Next, I picked my wax color. Since this was my first time, I was really unsure how many I needed to complete one stamp, so I had a little bit of experimentation. For my very first attempt, I went ahead with 3 in purple because we know Christina likes purple. I lit my candle after cutting the wick and placed my stove on top of it. Then the spoon with the wax goes on top and it holds the spoon in place. Then you just wait for it to melt. I did end up using the stir stick just to see the consistency because it was hard for me to gauge just by looking at it how melted my wax was. But I only used that once or twice just to make sure that I had completely melted wax. You don't want to melt the wax too much. When you get bubbles, that will show up in your stamps, so you want to avoid that. The next step is to simply pour out the wax. I'm pouring it onto the silicone base that came with my kit. I kind of guesstimated how big my circle of wax should be, and then I placed the stamp directly on it. This is the part where you get to wait for your stamp to cool and mold to the stamp. If you're going to choose a different color, you're going to want to clean out your spoon. I just used the silicone spoon to get some of the extra wax off. You can also store this wax and reuse it by melting it again later. After some time, my wax melt was finished and I just pulled it off the silicone mat, and then I used some tweezers to carefully take it off the stamp. Very impressed, you guys. Here's my very first stamp. It's a set of tulips. I think for my first time it actually turned out really, really cute. The next one, I tried some different colors. I wanted to do some color mixing, so I chose 2 of similar colors to put right next to each other, and I went ahead and let those burn. For me, I'm holding my melting spoon above the flame. Turns out that I was getting soot from the candle on the bottom of my spoon, and I really didn't like that. It's really hard to clean and get off. So I feel like the candle flame was too close to my spoon, so I just held it up higher to prevent that from happening. This one poured very nice. It was 1 more wax melt than my previous one, so I feel like 4 is perfect for this size stamp. And then I went ahead and placed my stamp directly on it. This one also turned out pretty well, but it looks like I was off center and had a little bit of excess wax there on the right side. But sometimes imperfection actually looks the most handmade and beautiful. This stamp had little flowers and butterflies on it. Getting a little braver here, I'm adding some different colored wax melts to this one. I like mixing the colors the best. I was really finding this a very quiet and relaxing activity. It does take some time in the process, so part of enjoying this craft is enjoying the process and the time it takes for the wax to melt and for the stamp to cool. I also realized that blowing out the candle in between stamps is very helpful too, so that you don't risk burning the stove. This stamp is a little picture of a bunny, and I think the colors mixed pretty well with the white and the pink and almost had a marbleized effect. Getting a little braver, I wanted to try out some extra tools that I found on Temu. These are wax stamp molds, and you can find them in different shapes. Also, people making resin crafts will use them, but they are perfect for doing different shape stamps and hopefully keeping all of my wax in one even shape. Once again, I didn't know how much wax I needed for these, so that involved a little bit more of experimenting and some trial and error to make sure I got just the right amount. My spoon was pretty small, and I don't think adding any more would have worked, so I'm on the lookout for a bigger spoon for these larger stamps. This first trial didn't quite fill it in all the way. I tried a different shape one to see if it was any different with a little bit more, and the same thing kind of happened. I think I need at least one more wax melt to fill up these molds. Here's my first attempt with the bunny, and then the next time I tried just a little bit more wax, and that definitely made a big difference and filled up all of the edges of this silicone matte mold. Here's my second one with a little scene, and then finally the cold wax stamp. Much better. Trying out the markers was extremely easy and effective. You just gently glide the colored marker over the stamp, and it automatically highlights all of the raised portions of the stamps and really makes it stand out. I like how the silver looked on this one. You can of course use different colors as well. Here I'm trying the round silicone mold, and then I tried a metal ring. This was similar to the silicone molds, but it was just one single ring with a little beveled edge, and this one turned out pretty well. I made sure to get enough wax melts in there so that it would fill up the complete mold. I'm trying a gold marker on this one to highlight all the details, and here's the finished stamp. In the wax silicone mold, that one was a little smaller than my other silicone mold, and that one turned out really nice too, a very even edge. After a while, I realized I didn't need the little stove because I wasn't setting my spoon on top of it, so I just held my spoon over the candle. And this time we're trying the translucent wax. Wasn't too fond of the smell of these, definitely a different plasticky smell, something to keep in mind, but overall, they did turn out looking really nice and see-through. They almost had a resin feel to them when they were all complete and dry. My first one didn't turn out so well. I think I needed a little bit more on the wax melts. I'm trying to hold it up here in the light so you can see how translucent it is. That's the blue one. And then I also have the purple one here, which I added one more wax melt to, and that one did much better. Here it is in the light. You can see it's translucent purple. You can always directly pour the wax over your envelopes and stamp directly onto your envelope, or you can get these stickers. These are double-sided adhesive stickers. You pull one side off and adhere it to your stamp, and when you're ready, you can take the tab and peel off the other side and place it on your envelope or your craft project. Since I had the issues with the soot and the candle on the stove, I did find another item, and that is the electric wax melt burner. And I haven't tried this yet. I might do this in a part 2 video. Let me know if you're interested in knowing more details or if you have any questions. I'll gladly show how this works, or if it doesn't work, in that next video compared to the other burner. This particular one did come with a bigger spoon, so I was really excited to see that because then I can fit at least another wax melt inside of it. Overall, this craft is definitely addictive and very relaxing and fun. I highly recommend it if you just want to take it easy and enjoy the art and the craft of it. I've already used these wax seals on some cards, especially for Mother's Day, and they came out really well and definitely impressed the person who was receiving the card. As always, let me know if you have any questions or what you think about this craft. Maybe you've already tried it, or maybe you would like to try it. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video.